Alright, so this is take 2 of a recording that I started, and I just realized for some stupid reason my desktop or OBS lost my microphone and forgot all about it, so I was recording 14 minutes without audio, and you didn't miss much, but basically we're going to start working on where we left off. And ball is still a maybe, but let's try to get this going. God. I don't want to undo everything I just did, so I'll try to go over what you missed. Okay, so we recapped, and frame limiting to 60 FPS. Well, we work in milliseconds, so I went over and I explained, well, frames per second is, and we're working in milliseconds, so we need to multiply that by 1,000. But we want to have 60 frames per second, so 1,000 milliseconds divided by 60 equals about 16 to 17 milliseconds. But we're going to round it down to 16. And then I went over, God, I hate Windows. I think this is related to a forced update that happened, and I lost a lot of saved properties with all of my stuff that was open. Because it just force closes everything, so it doesn't save the settings, and I think that got lost in translation. But anyway, pardon me. What I did was I added some variables, tick time, which is going to be about 16 milliseconds. We're going to force it at 16. I'm not going to do with variable frames per second yet, because I still have to do some reading up on that subject. I am super rusty on it, and I don't want to show on screen me reading articles after articles after articles and then typing and testing to see if it gets a result or not. So if I do get a result, I'll probably just put that on the next video or something, or that video whenever it comes up where we have to work with more or less deterministic frames per second and still calculate physics properly. I'll just cover it in that video and link some articles that I read that seemed successful for me, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I added tick time and current time, and then we're segregating all of the update and event handling into a function of game for update that accepts, and this isn't necessary yet because we know we're going to be doing 16 milliseconds, but eventually we're going to be working with delta. Delta in this case really isn't delta because that's the change over time, and right now there's no change. We're forcing 16 milliseconds. But eventually, soon, I know we're going to need it. And yeah, like I said, so for game run, I just separated all of the polling of events out. I initialized the times, and then I took out the SDL delay, or I commented it out. I don't like how light gray that is. I'm going to change. See, I use triple because I can see it better. This is super hard to read. Probably going to change that. Let's see here. I don't even know how to do that. Is it editor? Nope, no. Wait, comment, normal. See, it's nice there, I guess. It's just the slashes and the white, it's hard for me to read. Can I make this a shade darker? Just a tiny bit darker. Okay. Let's see what that does for us. Nothing. Yeah, that's why I use the triple slash. I commented that out, and we're going to see if we can't just brute force 16 milliseconds. And so what we did to start off with was initialize, and then I'm setting current time to the get ticks, and this is how many ticks in milliseconds have passed since this application, or since SCL was initialized. And then we're going to update, so let's let's go ahead and do that. think that's right. We'll find out. And then update 16. And see, this is, we're just forcing that. And basically this is, see, this isn't going to be 0 right away, right? This is going to be some amount of number, but this is going to stay 0. So we're going to constantly simulate. God, that's going to break physics, because what if the first time isn't even near 16 milliseconds? What if it's more like 4 milliseconds, but we're going to treat it like 16? I guess it's deterministic, but then the problem comes the next time. Let's assume that that does take 16. We're at 20, but this is only at 16, and so there's this weird constantly trailing behind effect. I don't know. Let's not worry about that though now. This is something we'll just work on later. Who knows? I might spend this whole episode getting nowhere, trying to figure out how to get frames per second to work properly. So we need to change paddle. Paddle update needs to know about delta time. Where's update? Long delta. And then delta. Oh, it's a UIN 32. That's right. I'm having a hard time finding what I need. 32. Okay. Oh. Alright, so now we need to accommodate with our movements appropriately. So let's go in here and let's comment this out. Is there a quick comment? You know, there is so much on their right-click context menu. It's very annoying. They need to clean that up. Edit. Well, that's neat. You can force lowercase and camel case, but that's not what I want. I learned something new. There's still way too much right-click options, but insert comment? Nope. Alright, we'll just do it manually. No, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Okay, and so for movement, and I looked up a basic mathematical formula, and I don't know if it's going to work in this case, but I suppose we'll find out, huh? Where's update? Where is update? And then we have to now make move know about delta. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. We'll fix that if it gets too annoying. If it annoys me, I'll find a way to clean that up. And then pass on delta. Delta's just getting handled around. That's what she said. Famous main words of Michael Scott. Okay, so let's go x plus equals, and then what do we want to do? Velocity times delta plus, oop, did I type a minus? No. Acceleration? Oh, you know. There we go. And so what we're really doing is, and to separate this, something like that. Yeah. We're taking velocity times that. Let's see if that works even to any margin amount. UI ended. Why did that all disappear? And what's not working now? Position. Is it position? No, I could have sworn it was just X. No, paddle HPP. Ah. Round the whole thing down to an integer. Expected initializer. Did I mess up somewhere? Where would that have gone wrong? Expected initializer. Expected declaration before this. I don't know what I'm missing here. What am I missing? Plus equals velocity x times delta. Yeah, expected initializer before x. I don't know. I do not know. We might have to look that up. As much as I hate doing that on screen because it's embarrassing for me. Let's make sure I did not forget anything. We have an x, a y, acceleration x, acceleration y, velocity x, velocity y. It's probably what's wrong, isn't it? Nope. No, it is not. UI int 32 delta. That's. It took the curly brace with it. I don't know what happened there, that when I typed this, or I clicked this and I started typing stuff, it just knocked out a whole chunk of code. But, no, my god, that is cruising. Oh my god, it's so fast. Okay, we need to cap that. Move left. Ew. Yeah, yep. So the problem is we don't want to cap velocity, we want to cap movement. Or, See, in this case, we're treating acceleration as... Is acceleration ever really initialized? Nope. Why? What is going on with my keyboard? Ladies and gentlemen, do not get wireless keyboards. They're trash, and they just don't work like they should. Yeah, okay. We're still going way too fast. So what if we output our velocity x on a new line every time? std cout. Let's let's output this value here. And then std and l. Let's do that. Let's see if that does anything for us. And we have to know about that, so let's extern std cout extern std and l. That didn't work. We'll just include iostream, because extern only works on header files. Okay, so it is going up to 64, which is 16 times, oh, we're multiplying by 16. Yeah, okay, we're multiplying by 16. Duh. So we're capping it at 4 here, right? 4, -4. But then we go ahead and we multiply by 16 milliseconds, presumably. And so we have to adjust velocity, pretty much divide this by 16, which is 1/4. I hope I'm right. I don't know. It's so early. And I have a lot to do today. My daughter's got a speech pathologist. Hey, that looks nice. Does that not? I mean, it moves a little slow, but that's a quick adjustment. The decay rate we could probably set to a slightly higher amount. Am I decaying at all? Where was my decay before? Was that on move? I think it was on move. I think it was. Sorry, I tried to cover the mic. I don't know if that had any effect. Coffee. Okay, so the problem that we noticed was it does not decay. But let's do that after. Let's do that after. And like I said, right now, 0.25 and -0.25 are being treated as the acceleration. So in this case, acceleration is 0. Yeah. You know, let's leave some comments. Acceleration should be 0.25. Something like that. Or acceleration starts at 0 and it's at 0. No. Yeah. We'll leave that comment there. I'll look more into that later. I just want to kind of get some stuff moving around and colliding. That's right, decay. Decay rate. How fast do we want it to decay? 0.98, which is, I think, what we were doing before. How does that look? See, he's slide. Okay, so I'm holding, I let go. That slide, is that too much? Is that too much slide? It's like it's on ice, which isn't a bad thing. Well, and the problem is this goes logarithmic, I think, right? So each change, yeah, that's better. He's sliding maybe, oh, I don't know, 1/6 of the screen. Okay, so if I like go right around the half, about 1/4 of the screen, he can slide at max velocity. We'll leave it like that. Decay variable. That's my to-do list right there in code. I leave breadcrumb trails of things I'm not confident on and maybe I should change. Okay, so I had an idea, right? What if, and it's not a super good idea, What if we let paddle know about the game? And I don't think we should know that, but it should know about the world. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's just know about the screen. I don't like that. I don't want it to know about the game. I want it just to know about the renderer that it belongs to and the world that it belongs to. So let's refer upon it by screen. Okay. And then that means in game we need to define a screen. SDL rect screen. And with that, we really don't need window width, window height. That's going to change some things, but oh well. Let's go up here. Screen dot width equals 640. Screen dot h equals 380. X and Y, we'll leave that undefined for now. Screen dot width. Screen dot height, and then we want to make that constant, don't we? I need to look up how to do constant. I haven't used constant in a hot minute. A super hot minute. Okay, so const defines before whether or not you want to do that. So I think it's this. Guess we'll find out. And that means in game we now need to create our paddle with the screen in mind. And now we can do some collisions. Move, update. So before we decay, shoot. Let's do this. Old X. I don't think I need that. Okay. Alright, let's calculate some mumbo jumbo. If, oh, but we're not inferring on it, are we? Yeah, we don't have a copy of it. See, I don't like that because now I have to keep a local copy of screen to know whether or not it's out of bounds, and so maybe I should just do that in update. Yeah. Yeah. Update. It's annoying. I don't like it. It's super annoying. Well, I don't want to keep a local copy of the screen inside of paddle. It shouldn't really need to store a copy of the screen. It should just be able to like observe with a quick glimpse the screen and say, oh yeah, I'm out of bounds. And so I don't want to do it in the constructor. I want to do it just in the time that it needs it, which is update. What am I missing now? I think in paddle.cpp I have to change update. You know, with how often I have to change update to make it for move, I might as well just put move, right? Or everything from move in update. Okay, fine. We'll do it for now. Where is... How did I... No? Cancel? Where did everything go? Toolbars. Perspectives, default. Yeah, fine. There we go. Okay. In update, we have that. In move, SDL rect, const screen. I think I need to request some time off from work. Complete tangent, I know, I was just making a memo to myself. And then SDL rect, reference, const screen. Screen. Yeah, I'm probably gonna change this. Oop. My comments aren't always helpful. Are they supposed to be? Const qualifiers cannot be. Okay. So that means it's a constant reference. Shit. Pardon my language. I'm sorry. That's the first time I've sworn in a while. Paddle update. Screen. The screen can kind of change if we allow the user to go full screen or not. Prototype UINT 32 Delta does not. We are missing const SDL rect ampersand screen. And that means down here we have to change that. God, see, this is annoying. Why am I doing this? No. Act screen. There is something inherently wrong if I am doing that on everything. Yeah, now we have an empty. So, okay. Let's do some collisions. Okay. With the knowledge that we have from last episode, the X and Y position of the paddle being top left 0, 0, its local coordinates 0, 0, and that means its width and height ending on the bottom right corner of 16 and, what was it, 72? Shoot, we will have to know about that. File, open, documents, breakout, binary debug, assets, images. I guess I could have just went over there and right-clicked properties, but you know, it's 8:30 in the morning. Cut me some slack. 72, yeah, okay. Let's just leave this open because we might want to make a ball later. Okay, so with the knowledge that we have from last episode of it being 62 pixels wide, and its absolute left being 0 in its sense, that means we have to calculate 62 less pixels from the screen's right side for it to bump into. That's what we have to work with. So if the X is less than, I need to think this through. If it's less than screen dot width, nope. If it's just less than 0, that means X equals 0, and right? If X is less than screen dot width minus collision dot width, See, if collision.width is 72 pixels, that means we need to stop 72 pixels before the actual edge of the screen to accommodate for that bounding box. That should be right. Then that means its X position equals... bother. This one has to be inside of there. That means it's X equals screen.width minus collision.width. And that also means that we need to set its X velocity to 0, I think. And let's work with that. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. I don't know how that happened, but why did we stop there? Oh. It would help. It would help. Yep. Okay, see how that stops perfectly? Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. There is some collision. How far have we been going? How long? 31 minutes. Should I attempt a ball? Should I? You know, pretty soon we're going to have to abstract mobiles out of paddle, or paddle and ball out of a mobile class because they share so much, so... I think we found the subject of our next episode, assuming Why is that flashing red? I should look up why that green bar flashes red. Maybe that means I have too much going on. So, sounds like this is done. We can delete that. This is done. We can delete that. That means we need to add abstract class entity. Right. Basically, ball and paddle are going to be sharing quite a bit of code. They have velocities, they have accelerations, they have positions, they have a sprite. And I'm going to have to type all of this up all over again. And we'll do this next episode. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. But the idea is I can just write a blueprint class for these classes, and they can just share. Oh my god, my sticky notes look so cool. I didn't know that they came like a chain. I'm sorry. I got distracted by my sticky notes. I write a copy on my sticky notes for myself. And that means we can just create like a cookie cutter class for these two classes that they can derive from. And that's good because when we do our master update for every object in the game, it's less code. And I'll show you that when we get to it. That's going to be at least a couple, maybe more episodes away. So we need to do abstract classes. I'm just writing this down. In case Windows decides to restart on me again and I lose that text document, because I really don't want to save it because I need to go through and clean my documents and spring clean my computer. I went through my emails. That was progress. I need to get to this subject on hand. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so let's do a ball. Let's try to do a ball. Properties. Now, how big should this ball be? Well, let me see. 16 for a height. Let's just pay attention to that 16 for a height. Let's run that app. Let's see what that looks like width-wise. And so that kind of looks pretty big. So let's half that and go 8 by 8. What did I do? I just minimized it. I really didn't want to. Yeah. Okay. 8. File, save as bitmap. And we're going to probably change to PNGs later because I like PNGs. Their compression is amazing. They're lossy or lossless. They look nice, meaning, and it's just a good time. Yes. Ball.hpp. Okay. pragma once include SDL2 SDL.h. Okay, class ball. Let's go ahead and copy most of paddle. We're gonna abstract this later anyway. Right? The only difference is this is not going to be player controlled. Okay, so update. Yes, it needs to know about that. Yes, it needs to do that. Change this to ball. And change this to ball. Hey, are we... I think I set that so that on paddle deconstructor it loses... No. We need to do a texture map too. Okay. Problem is a paddle is holding on to the texture, and I really don't want it to. I want it to refer to a texture that the game handles. So game.cpp. Okay, so it needs to know about the render, move left, right, up, down, but we could just do move, right? So let's just get rid of that, because that's all player controlled nonsense. Collision test. You see, we're gonna have to do entities, an entity class inside of here so it can look at other entities. How is it going to know about paddle? Yeah. Let's just do that. Because I'm feeling lazy. And then paddle. Bother const paddle. Okay. This is so annoying. Update. I don't know how to do that with collision with paddles, not cleanly. The biggest problem is, I know how to do it. The biggest problem is we're not doing that separation yet. And so maybe I should just skip ball and go straight to that. Oops, typed some nonsense there. And so, yeah, the problem is I don't have a list of entities, right? Entities need to know about other entities. It's like you're driving in a car, you need to know about the other cars around you, but if you're driving in a car with like black windows or no windows, like it's just a metal body, you don't know what's around you. And that's what we kind of need to do here with paddle and ball, is we need to make them aware of each other. But let's say for fun's sake, and maybe this will be something that I do, let's say we throw 2 or 3 balls in there, right? Yeah, I could force this ball to know about the paddle, but what about the other balls? Or what if there's 2 paddles, like a player 2 or something, right? We decide to make a alternative mode of Pong, which is totally going to happen, spoiler alert. Whether or not on this video series, I don't know. I'd like to keep it going for that video series. So it's going to be ugly. We're going to have to do some refactoring, so that's just going to be the way it is. Const paddle. And that means, of course, we have to update move. Const paddle. We're going to do this, but there's going to be a lot of refactoring. Refactor during the abstraction section, or the abstraction between paddle. I don't even know if I typed that. There. Let's say we're doing that. Okay. Move. Okay. Empty file. Yes. Ball.cpp. Paddle.cpp. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. All right. Ball. I was debating. Sorry about that. I was debating whether it'd be worth it to just type everything off by hand or not. But really, it's not that much code. Just the destructor and battle. Battle. I combined ball and paddle to make battle, but not with the T's, the D's. That's what she said. Michael Scott. Oh, The Office. Okay. Yeah, all of these. Shoot. You know, can we find and replace? I need to learn to use my tools better. Code refactoring, rename symbols. Oh. What did I just do? Code refactoring. Where is that at? Ball. Did I just ruin it? I did. Shoot. How long have we been going? 42 minutes. You know, I'm gonna take a short break. We're gonna get back to this later. Yeah. I'll have to come back. 1 second. Alright, sorry about leaving off. It's a day later, but what happened was I needed to go to the bathroom, and then I found out my daughter was awake, and then I needed to make her breakfast, then me a breakfast, then I had to clean up because she has a speech therapist come over, and life happened. So yesterday I didn't get to finish the video. Today I'm hoping I can. And I realized after I shut off the recording that when I did that refactor thing, how did I do that? Code refactoring, yeah, when I did that, I just changed every instance of paddle into ball. So what I simply did was I went into paddle and I hit Control Z and Control Z and then Control Z and Control Z there. And that's all that I really did. I think I maybe have done one more thing. I can't remember. I did very small things. This was battle up here. I changed that to ball. Yeah, I think that's all as I did. And so that's where we left off. And now we're adding the definitions to balls movement. And what it's saying is we have to add that rect, so const stl. Or no, we don't need the rect. We need to know about paddle. Which, how is that defined? Const paddle paddle. Okay, so yeah. Nope, that's not at all what I wanted to do. There we go. I think that's what that was missing. Move needs to know about that. It does. And update needs to know about reference paddle. Why am I uppercasing that? Yeah. Okay, so this should at least run, but nothing really should change. Because ball's not in the world yet. Ball does not declare a type. Sorry, I wish. I'm gonna try to stop drinking soda and maybe more coffee and see if this affects my throat so I don't constantly clear it all the time. But with respect to coffee, today is not that day. Maybe cut back on coffee. I don't know if I can cut or kill. Kill coffee. Yeah, that was game.cpp. Now we need to add a ball. I need to initialize it equals new. I guess I didn't control Z everything, but basically we have to go back and fix all of the old references of paddle to ball. Can we still move? We can. Perfect. Now game.cpp. Let's go ahead and create that ball. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Am I? Well, let's. I suppose we should start this at the very center, right? So how do we do this? X equals collision x equals that divided by 2. So that'll set that in the middle. We need to divide this by 2 minus collision width divided by 2, and then we want to remove that offset. And now we should at least have a ball, but we don't. Oh, that's because it's not being drawn. That would be over here. Draw, update. Where is draw? Oh, there is no draw. That's all right there. Ball, draw. We should probably delete. Okay, so there's a ball, and it doesn't do anything yet. So let's include. Oh, what the heck is random in? Is that in C time? I don't know. I hope so. I can always look up a reference to it. So let us over here acceleration x equals rand we have to seed a random s rand time is it c time? Nope. Time t. Well, let's see how to seed random. Firefox is installing updates. I didn't even know there were updates to do. Basically, I want to seed randomness with some time so it doesn't always go in the same trajectory right off the bat. Otherwise, it's deterministic based off of runtime, not system time. And I have to get this video going and done really, really soon. We might not get paddle collision, but time null. Yeah, that's what that is. Time, and it's part of standard lib. Hmm. No reference to it because I probably have to include standard lib. Is that only in standard lib? Okay, well that worked anyway, so... Well, I mean, it at least let me compile. And how do I... Can I break that down to a float point? I suppose we can just divide it, but... Or leave it at 1. But I really don't want that, so... Okay, so it's part of random. We have to create a random device, and then we have to create a specify what engine of randomness to use for that random device. And then you can do... Well, that's just ints. Does it do floats? Huh. Rand max. Oh man, am I having a hard time reading? I don't have my glasses on. Okay. To get random floats, you can use uniform real distribution. You can use a function to generate the numbers, and if you don't want the numbers to be the exact same all the time, set the engine and distribution to be static. I don't see how static would prevent that, so... Huh. But I mean, I don't know. Let's try it anyway. Alright, so ball include random de-include this, and then go over here. std random gen device. What was it? How was that typed? Default random engine. And then re-specify the why did they use the dumb names for that? Uniform real distribution with type def distribution 0 to 1. Okay. Okay, so std real random. Why can't I remember it already? Uniform real distribution. Okay. Real distribute. Did I type that? I did not. I never typed distribution right. Distribution. Distribution. And you type that as. Okay. Actually, I don't think that's what we do. Okay, let's try equals. Or I think we specify a range here, right? 0 to 1. I think that's how that was set up to do, yes. Okay. Now we can just go dist of real-time engine, dist real-time engine. Okay, and then we have to apply acceleration, not velocity. 1 second, I'm going to take a drink of milk here. Okay. Y plus equals velocity y times delta plus acceleration y times delta, so it's delta squared divided by 2. If this is for x, so let's keep that separated, x, and then y. I don't want decay yet, but that'll come back. If y is less than 0, y equals negative x. How was that set up? Yeah. Now if it's x, no. Acceleration x equals negative acceleration x. Okay, that's why that felt so wrong. I was like, that doesn't feel right. Acceleration x equals negative acceleration x. Same thing. Acceleration y equals negative acceleration y, and then if y is greater than screen.height minus collision.height, we need to x equals, dang it, I could probably get rid of this. I'm going to keep this curly brace in because I think I'm going to have to put the ball back into bounds. And so I might even have to add it there and then do some else cases or something. I don't know. There's too much going on. we'll simplify this. This needs to be simplified. Let's simplify out of bounds. And then acceleration y equals negative acceleration y. And then we need to apply that. Is that right? But we have to update. Now we have to update. Ball update delta screen paddle. The matching function call. How did we have that set up? Oops. What did I just do? Oh my god, that thing's going absolutely bonkers. Okay. We need to divide that by 16 because that's delta time. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. That thing is going absolutely bonkers. Okay, much better, right? I'm pretty sure it's starting off the same way though, so whatever. Can we quickly get, I think I can quickly get the collision to the paddle going. My only problem is I don't think I'm updating the collisions X and Y. So let's test that. Where am I C outing on paddle CPP? Let's just comment this. Let's comment this line. Oh, cool. Why did I comment that? Collision.x SGD and L. Am I updating the collisions X and Y? Because I don't think I am, and that is going to cause some. Oh, it is. I don't know when. Oh, in draw. In draw. Which is bad because it's after. But it'll be fine for now. I could simply just do it. I could just copy and paste it. What are you doing, Nathan? What are you doing? Because draw is supposed to be done after update, right? We figured out the logic before we show it to the screen. And so we need to do that accordingly. And then just ditch that right there. That's not even part of the drawing. And then I wanted to make sure how to seed that because it looks like it's beginning the same way. And adding static really can't. There's no way, can it? Because static is still based on runtime, is it not? I thought it was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, it's just beginning at the same time, the same way. So how do you seed a random generator? Essence. I don't got time to read all of this, so huh. Um, seed with a real random value if available. Let's try it. Okay, so you need to create what was that? A random device. Time was not declared in this scope, so what is going on? I guess you can just use a random device, is what they're saying. What did it pop me into? Random generate. Has no member generate. Is that a bug with this version of MingW? I hope not. I really hope not. But it looks like it is. It looks like I might not even be able to do that. So they're calling up a random device. They're initializing it with R. Initialization list. And then okay, that's much better. See, now we got a random path. And hopefully if I run it, it's nope. Still seems determined. Well, no, it hit the paddle last time, didn't it? On the second swing through. Let's that looks very deterministic. Yeah, that looks okay. So if it misses that corner, and it does. Okay, so that's still not random. If I've been recording for 26 minutes and the last one was like 40, this is gonna be over an hour. This is gonna be crazy. Long episode. Seed, sequential seed. That's annoying. That is so annoying. I don't want to do that. Not if I have to seed sequential random numbers into a list and feed that list. That's just it might be more random, sure, but it's stupid to me. Well, we got a ball moving, right? Documents, 1 game a quarter, breakout, to do. We got a ball, and I think there was frames per second and collision. So there's no collision with paddle. We need to separate stuff into abstract classes and then use a texture map. But I'm going to end this episode here because I'm going to read up on random, and I just wasted a lot of time reading up on that. So yeah, I'm going to just end that. We got at least a ball moving, and it's... Why do they call that? That's dumb. Oh, now we got a problem with paddle where if I hold left and right, it takes a while to move. Oh well. We'll figure that out. Fix paddle bug. That's... I might even just do that right away after the video ends and tell you what I did. Alright, see you guys.